Hey guys, Lyra Linx here. Today I wanted to talk about the newest trailer of Pokemon Sword and Shield. So many people have already talked about this and jumped on the subject a lot quicker, but like any other person, I have my own opinions I want to put out there. I first want to talk about the characters, the newly introduced Pokemon, and then get into the features. The trailer introduced quite a few new characters. Firstly, I want to talk about Professor Magnolia and her assistant slash granddaughter, Sonia. The internet has fallen in love with Sonia, and I've already unfortunately had the displeasure of seeing some lewds. My first reaction to seeing her was thinking she was cute, but that her hairstyle was a little bit odd. It has grown on me quite a bit though, and I do really like the design. So now my real interest is seeing what she will be like as a character. I have high hopes for some good story and character development in this game, since I think the stories of Pokemon games have been increasingly getting better, and I don't want this trend to change. As far as Professor Magnolia goes, it is really nice to see Pokemon adding in another female professor, but I feel bad for her because I've seen a lot of people hating on her just for being old, and they thought, I guess maybe her design wasn't unique. She looks to be a little older, if not the same age as Professor Oak and Professor Rowan, and I think she looks like a sweet elderly lady, and I actually do kind of like the design. She looks just really kind of cute. The elderly are also full of wisdom, so I'm sure she'll be a fine addition to the rest of the professors, and the professors only add so much to the games anyway in most cases. Next up is the introduction of our rival, Hop, who is the little brother of Leon, the champion of the Galar region. Now, I made the wrong assumption, along with a few others in the comments section of the first Sword and Shield trailer, thinking that this girl was the rival character. I even talked about her in my first video and was excited to see a female rival that would hopefully be a bit better than Bianca. However, now I am wondering if she is just a lass or some side character like that, since, of course, Hop is the revealed rival. Or perhaps it could be that she is another rival, since some games have had multiple between what I would call the main rival and then sort of like a lesser rival character. Anyway, with Hop being the little brother of the champion, I feel like there's a lot of room for interesting story. In Sun and Moon, Hal felt sort of pressured to live up to the expectations of his grandfather, and I wonder if Hop will feel like that with his older brother Leon. Since that storyline has already been used, though, if they do go this route, I hope they spice things up a little, since it is kind of the same old routine and a little generic. I hope Hop is a little bit cooler than that and just trying to take down his older brother. I feel like if they added a little bit more to his character and differing motivations, that it would flow a lot better. Design-wise, Hop is one of my favorites shown to us so far, since he isn't too over the top with his hairstyle or facial features. His fur jacket is kind of cute, and I hope he won't be like Hao and will pick the starter that actually has a type advantage against our own. Looking at his brother, I was initially a little questioning, but I'm a sucker for dark skin and long-haired anime characters, so I actually am really coming to like him and think that his design is somewhat attractive. People are roasting the crap out of his outfit though, and I guess it looks weirder the more I look at it, but I don't hate it. I kind of dig the cape at first, but I do find the memes really funny about how he just seems like he's wearing a soccer uniform and a cape. Like that's supposed to be super fashionable. Though I'm less questioning of his outfit than I was with Diantha's. This then brings us to one final character introduced in the trailer that is by far my least favorite. Speaking of roasting, let's take a look at a new gym leader, Milo. First of all, I'm very happy that gym battles are back. I prefer them to the trials of Sun and Moon. It was cool to get a taste of something different, but nothing is more satisfying than the original format of taking out gyms one by one, in my opinion. However, this dude hardly even looks like a gym leader. Everything about his design is off to me. He has a total baby face, and his eyes and everything in general is weird. Kind of like the gym leader Valerie in Kalos, his design looks like something completely different from the usual Pokemon style. I feel like the more Pokemon progresses, the weirder the style gets with character design. I can't say I like the changes. It reminds me of Ilima as well, whose eyes always seemed off to me. They and Lana sort of falls in this category too. It's just not typical, and it really makes them stand out in a strange way from other characters. It just doesn't fit with everything else in the Pokeverse. He also doesn't have a nose? Where is his nose? It really makes him more off putting design wise not to have one. Also, with his baby face and strange facial features, he doesn't seem like a man, yet has a super buff body. Nothing about him goes together, and I'm sorry if you like him, but I hate it. Moving on from that, let's take a look at the new Pokemon. From what I can tell, the most hype in general right now seems to be going to Corviknight. I do have to say that he looks pretty cool, and also very edgy. He does have a unique look from other bird Pokemon, though, that makes him stand out. Overall, I like him a lot. And then next up is Dreadnought, who is a cool turtle Pokemon who I kind of have some mixed feelings about. Half of me loves him and thinks that he is super cute, and the other half is conflicted and questions if I really think that it's cute or not. I don't know what to say about this Pokemon really, but it could have the potential to be on my team. Next is probably my personal favorite so far from what has been released, and that is Wooloo. Everyone is comparing Wooloo and Mareep, with a majority of people seeming to kind of prefer Mareep, but I don't care about that. Lots of Pokemon are from the same species, and there still aren't that many sheep Pokemon in general, so I think that Wooloo is super adorable. The design is pretty simple, which is actually pretty good in its case, and looks way more like a real sheep than Mareep does, so it does stand as its own Pokemon, apart from others. I honestly kind of want one on my team, and I'm living for the adorable fan art. Then there are Gossifleur and Eldegoss. From what I've heard, they are supposed to be healer Pokemon, and I really like that theme, but I'm not sure I dig the design. I know I just said there are lots of recycled Pokemon, and I think Wooloo is fine because it still stands out a little bit. Gossifleur and Eldegoss seem way too recycled to me. They're just like Flabebe, Comfey, or Jumpluff in design. I shook my head at Eldegoss and Gossifleur because it just seemed like they were total copies, absolute rip-offs. I like the theme behind them, but I'm not the biggest fan of their general designs and probably won't include them on a team. Finally, we got to see the two legendaries for Sword and Shield, and forgive me if I butcher their names, Zacian and Zamazenta. I like dogs as much as the next person, so I actually liked the two a lot and thought their introduction fighting each other was pretty cool. I really like these two. However, my sister made a comment that they look like the wolf from Digimon, and I honestly cannot get that image out of my mind. She is kind of right. The art of Pokemon is making a big shift in my opinion, and it isn't so true to its original self anymore. I can't help but still love these doggos though, and while at first I was stating I thought I would buy Sword, part of me is wondering if I like Zamazenta just a little better. Finally, let's talk about the new mechanic of Dynamaxing. I thought it was kind of badass to watch the trainer throw out a giant Pokeball and fight against giant Pokemon, but the more critical part of myself was like, this is just a cheap combo of Totem Pokemon, Mega Evolving in a way, and Z moves. The Pokemon gets big and powerful and adds a new element to battling. It's just another gimmick. I'll have to see how it actually plays before I can judge it too harshly though. And I do approve of the fact that it is only supposed to be a 3-turn thing, so it can potentially make battles a little bit more interesting without being too overpowered. There is the child inside of me that screamed, "That's so cool!" when the trainers were preparing to fight the giant Weavile. I think battles against giant Pokemon is kind of cool, but I think we all have to admit that new mechanics are just trying to be thrown in to gain attention again, though. Pokemon is a cash crop after all. To leave some more positive points in here, since I've been getting a little bit more critical with my reviewing of things lately, while certain design choices are changing, what I do really love is how everything looks in general in this game. The backgrounds are stunningly beautiful, and the quality gets better with each game. The landscapes just look so incredible, and I feel like it will be a very immersive experience. It adds to the world so much. I also especially love how Pokemon from past generations look in this game. Seeing them reintroduced in a gorgeous, cleaned up model is really nice. Now I am just waiting for the official evolution lines of the starters to come out to see if I'll really stick to my choice of Sobble or not. Though I have my nitpicks about aspects of this game, I will withhold super harsh judgments until I've actually played, which I plan to do the second it comes out. Being such a big Pokemon nerd, I'm sure I'll love it regardless of any flaws. Anyway, what are your thoughts on this trailer? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more content, and I'd really like to see you in another video. Bye!